for our balloon animal drawings. And as you can see here, this is my practice of how to get a three-dimensional room to give your room dimension. And I'll show you what I did. This was just a practice paper, and I'm going to do it on my good copy paper. But you're going to first do it on a practice paper 1 or 2 times just to make sure you got the dimensions right. And then you're going to start your good copy. And the first thing we want to do is we want to draw it in pencil. We need a pencil and a ruler. And I'm going to decide on which way I want my room angle to be. Do I want it to be here or here? Either way. You're going to draw a line anywhere. It shouldn't be in the center because then it doesn't give you enough space. But either this side or this side, a little bit like that much space on either side. I'm going to do this one on this side. And I'm going to draw a line probably about 3/4 of the way down. And then all I'm going to do now is at the bottom, that point where I finish, because I don't want to go all the way down the page. It won't give me enough floor. I'm going to find that point, and I'm going to draw another line that goes with the end of the paper, the corner of the paper. So wherever it is that your line stops, you're going to match that up with the corner of that side of your paper. Oops, I'll erase that. And then you're going to find that corner again, and you're going to draw a line across for the floor, where the floor and the wall meet. Not on this side, but on the opposite side, the long side. And you can see how that worked out. And that's all you're going to do with that right now. Now you're going to start your balloon animal. So I'm going to do that quickly. After many practices, and believe me, it took me a while to get this, and I'm still not great. We want to make sure that it's big enough, not too small, so we can actually do add color and value, and to have room for that. So I'm going to try and do this as quick as possible, but neatly. And there is my little teddy bear. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a rough drawing. Remember, your pastels are going to go on top, so it doesn't really matter. You don't even have to change the lines. You can just leave it there because you're going to go right over it. If you want to change anything, you can change it so you can figure out where you want to do your lines. And I'm just fixing mine up a little bit. Okay. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to add your color. And I have my colors that I want to use. I have my white, I have my tissue, and I have decided that I'm going to use blue. And just like when we did our practice egg, we'll call it, or oval or circle or whatever you did, we're going to do this. And it can be a little bit bigger than this. I did mine a little bit small. I'm going to start with kind of figuring out the light where I want it to be. And I think I want the light at the top. So I'm going to now is when you see the white. I'm going to add my white here, and I didn't clean it so well. There's a little bit of blue left there. So really make sure that you clean them before, but it's okay because I'm using white. So I'm going to do figuring out where my white's going to be. And I will go back and add more afterwards, but just to keep that so I know where that highlighted area is going to be. So I want it to be on the top of each balloon section. Actually, I should have erased the center. That was my mistake. So erase the line that where the wall meets the floor. Nope, don't take it off. And here's another section. And now I'm going to start, oh, I missed some here. And now I'm going to start doing some blending. And I'm going to just put down the color like this for the blue. And then I'm going to use my white as the blender. Because these areas are not that big. So I'm going to start blending it like this. Clean this off. And I can add a little bit of the blue here. Remember we talked about pressure? So very light pressure there. We want to keep that white. But I do want to blend this a little bit here. I'm going to add a little bit more blue. And I'm going to do the center, and I'm going to keep going. And it takes time and patience. So I think that I've decided that I should outline everything lightly in the color that I'm using. I think that that will work better. So I can see all the parts. That actually goes there. Remember, you can always make it darker, but you cannot make it lighter. So I want you to remember that you can blend in that outlining line. And it can be a light blue. It doesn't have to be completely white. It can just be very light. Now, I am just about done this part of it. However, I can take my black, if I can find it. There it is. It's quite dirty. And I'm going to do a little bit of an outline. And see here, I forgot to do these little balloon ends. Or hands, whatever you want to call them. But now, what you can do is you can gently, it's all over me now, take it off. You can gently just outline with a very light edge of your black, those shapes that you started with. And there you have it. So now what I want to do is I actually want to carefully take my ruler and take my Sharpie and go over this. You could use an oil pastel if you want, but I think a Sharpie might be better. Carefully with the ruler, don't move it around too much, and just draw that line behind your balloon animal. So it now begins to look like a 3D sculpture in a background in a gallery or a museum. And that's when you're going to add your finishing touch of your person. You're going to glue it on. And this is probably a good proportion. You're going to search through some magazines and you're going to find something that interests you, some people that look like they might be looking. This one looks like she's actually waving. We can put her down here and it gives it a little bit of perspective. And right now you've basically placed your balloon animal like Jeff Koons, a very large sculpture in a gallery setting with someone, a viewer, which is a person from a magazine that we're going to cut it. And that's pretty much it. Good luck with everything. Take your time. And it doesn't have to be perfect. When you use that black liner to go around it, it actually gives it a little bit of definition and brings it to life. And you just play around with your pastels. Doesn't have to be perfect. Eventually, it just all comes together. Good luck, everyone. I can't wait to see them.